Hey everyone, my name is Patrick and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things to do when you don't know what to do. Because for most people, if not everyone, at either one point or many point in our lives, we just don't know what to do. Whether it's in terms of career, relationships, finances, or anything or everything. And this is a very common thing which many people face. But don't worry, because these 3 things are going to help you overcome this problem. And by the way, in that first B-roll clip, I soaked some cashews because I use them to make my smoothie, which I will have after the gym. And then I just packed my bag because after this first tip, I'm gonna go to the gym. And the first thing to do when you don't know what to do is to take action. You might be thinking, but I don't know what to do. What action should I take? And the idea is just to take any action, because when you take some form of action, you become in the energy of knowing what to do, because everything is here and now and everything is energy. If you sit around and you're like, I don't know what to do, and you're waiting for something like external to come and say, do this, it's not gonna happen. Well, it's pretty unlikely anyway.
Patrick, go to the gym now.
What the f***? I guess sometimes God does tell you what to do. So if you just take some type of action, then you'll be in the energy where knowing what to do just comes to you, because you're in that vibration. And this relates to the idea of law of attraction. There's a good quote by Dale Carnegie, I think that's how you say his name, and I posted it on my Twitter just the other day, and I'll show that here. I forgot to write his name, by the way, but it's by Dale Carnegie. It says, inaction breeds doubt and fear, action breeds confidence and courage. So when you just take action, you feel more confident and you feel more courageous. But when you don't take any action, you feel more fear and you become like a stagnant pond. Have you ever seen, I'm sure you've seen many times, a pond or a lake or something which doesn't flow at all, and it just looks really dirty and not clean on top, and that's because it's not flowing, so it's not clean, it's not refreshed. So in order to not become stagnant like the stagnant pond, be like a flowing river. Always keep flowing, keep taking action. When you keep taking action, you'll be in an energy of confidence and courage and knowing what to do and clean and refreshed. Also, taking action is the language of physical reality. Your higher mind, or your spirit, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, communicates to you by sending feelings of passion or excitement. The way you respond to it is by taking action on those feelings of passion or excitement. And I'm going to get into this more in one of the later tips in this video. So to help you to know what type of action to take, stay tuned for the next 2 tips, which I'll give later in this video. Now I'm going to head to the gym, and it's going to be a whole body pull workout, and I'll see you guys after the gym. Alright guys, so I'm now at this amazing spot which I often come to relax. It's on the Son Cha Mountain here in Da Nang, Vietnam. It's just about a 10-minute ride through the mountain, and it's a beautiful scenery, lots of palm trees and lots of rocks to sit on. I have a question for you. Are you happy? Anyway, let me give you a look around. So I had a good gym session. I ended up just doing a pull session, just back, not legs as well. So it wasn't a whole body pull session. Then I had a smoothie, talked to my brother, had some oats, and I'll come here and I'm going to tell you the second thing to do when you don't know what to do. And that is to imagine. Our imagination is a very powerful thing. We can use it to picture our ideal outcome. So imagine how your ideal life would be. Imagine what you would do every day. Imagine how you would be, how you would feel, how you would think, who you would be with, what type of car you would drive, where you would live. Imagine it with as much detail as you can and really feel how you would feel, because that's the key thing here, the feeling of how you would feel there. And once you imagine how your ideal life would be and how you ideally would feel and act and think, let go of any insistence on the outcome. Because when you attach to the outcome, that ruins the process. Because the idea is to use your imagination just to get into the state required to match that outcome. And then by law of attraction, because you're in that energy, you will either attract that into your life or something even better, which you can't imagine with your mind, but your higher mind can see. Because your higher mind, imagine it like on top of the mountain over there. Your higher mind is on top of the mountain. It can see much further than you. It can see on the other side of that mountain. Whereas your mind is like, say maybe right here or down there. It can't see very far. So even with your imagination, there's a limit to how much you can see. And you can't imagine things the best way they can really turn out. Only your higher mind knows how things can turn out for the best, because it's on top of the mountain up there. It can see on the other side. You have no idea, I have no idea what's on the other side of that mountain. Only your higher mind knows. So who would you trust more to understand the landscape around here? Someone standing down there in those rocks, or someone standing on top of that mountain? Of course the person on the mountain, because they can see out much further, they can see on the other side, they can see down everywhere. So the reason you let go of any insistence on the outcome and trust the higher mind is because, just like if there was someone on a mountain and you trust them to know the landscape around better, you can trust that your higher mind knows what's best for you better than your mind does. It knows the best situations that can happen for your life, and it knows how things can turn out much better than you can ever imagine. That's why you don't insist what you imagine has to come into fruition. You just trust that the higher mind will give you what is best for you. Another thing is, use your imagination not only to raise your vibration to a state where your higher mind can then bring you the best situations in life, but also, once you imagine what you would do on your ideal life, start acting like that now. I talked about this in another video. Act, feel and think like you're already where you are. Once you imagine your state, maybe you're living in a certain house, you're doing a certain job, or you have a certain business, and you're hanging out with certain friends, start living like you're already there. Be that version of you now. So think those positive thoughts. Take actions which you would be doing. Like, for example, I want to be a YouTuber, so I'm recording YouTube videos right now. I'm not waiting until I have a PhD, which I'm not even studying a PhD, or until I'm like an expert, or until I have like 100,000 subscribers, which obviously you have to make videos first before that even happens. But I'm just being who I want to be right now. And so first you imagine, but you let go of any insistence on the outcome, and then you act like that person would act like now. But if you don't know what to do, this helps you, because when you imagine your future self, it shows you what to do, because then you start acting like your future self. So that's what you do. So if your future self is making YouTube videos, you start making YouTube videos now. If you imagine your future self to be a professional artist traveling the world, you start making music now and jamming now and getting in bands. If you imagine your future self to be a painter, a cook, a chef, you start doing those things right now. So imagining can help you, show you what to do if you don't know what to do. And right now it's getting really windy. Which camera angle do you like best, by the way? This angle? This side? This side? Or this side? It's now the next day, and the third thing you should do if you don't know what to do is to follow your heart, because your heart knows what to do. No one else, even though they may have good intentions, knows what is truly best for you. Your parents, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your auntie, your uncle, no one else knows what is best for you. They might think they know what is good for you based on their experience in their life, but they're not you, so they don't know what is best for you. Listen to any advice I give you to see if there's anything which is relevant for you. But if it's not true what you truly want to do, then you should listen to your own heart, not to them. Because it's not your job to please anyone else. It's only your job to please yourself. We've been conditioned in society to always think we need to please everyone else, and we need to not care about ourselves and our own needs and wants, and just try and sacrifice that to try and make other people happy. It's not the right way, because actually the best way we can help other people is by following our own passions. Because then we are an example to others that they can also be their true self and follow their passions. And when we follow our passions, we inspire others. There's a reason certain things excite us, why we have certain passions, because those things we're meant to do, possibly because they can help others and help the world as a whole the best way we can possibly do that. And I just remembered something Gary Vaynerchuk, you might know him, he's very famous on social media. Something he said is that if you do what your parents want to do, you might make them happy short term. In the long term, you'll end up resenting them because you feel like they've held you back in your life. And this doesn't apply just to your parents, it applies to everyone else. Only you know what is best for you. Or like I said before, your higher mind truly knows what's best for you, and it communicates to your heart through feelings of passion. So that's why you should listen to your heart, because it's how your higher mind communicates to you, by sending feelings of passion. So you should follow that passion, trusting that it is best for you, and it's actually best for other people because it allows you to serve them best when you follow your passions, and it's best for the world as a whole because you're being your true self. And then you fit into the puzzle of all that is. All of us are part of all that is, and we best fit into that puzzle by being our true self. We fit in like a puzzle piece, but when we're not our true self, we're not being who we were designed to be, we don't fit into the puzzle and we don't serve the whole the best that we could. So listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. It's that small voice inside that tells you what to do. Even when your logical mind might be saying, I should do this, or you might feel fear thinking, I need to do this or that. Listen to your intuition, not the logical mind, because it doesn't know anything. Your intuition is your message coming from your higher mind, which remember is on top of that mountain, which can see everything, so you listen to it. And one more thing I want to mention is, like I've mentioned in a lot of my previous videos, is to follow your highest excitement every moment. This is truly your compass pointing north, pointing in the direction you need to go, as Bashar says. So every moment, you do the thing that excites you to the best of your ability until you can take it no further, with integrity. Don't insist on an outcome, and remain in a positive state no matter what happens. If you want to learn more about following your highest excitement, you can check out the video, I'll link up here. Anyway, so yeah, this third thing to do when you don't know what to do is to follow your heart. Listen to your intuition, follow your highest excitement every moment. So to sum up this video, what to do when you don't know what to do, the first thing is to take action. Just to take any action that you think is best. It doesn't need to be perfect action, but to take some type of action, because that will put you in the right energy state to receive more guidance in knowing what to do. And the second thing to do is to imagine. Use your imagination to imagine how your future self would be, and act like that now. Do that now. The third thing to do is to follow your heart. Listen to your intuition, follow your highest excitement. Don't do things just because other people say that's what you should do. Listen to your own heart and do what you think is best for you. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I made sure my thumb goes high this time because often I notice it's down here and you can't see it. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe and click the bell so you get notified for new videos, and I will see you guys next time.